In today's video, we are going to look at high level and email marketing, and we're going to look at this awesome little workflow that high level actually gives to you. So we're going to go through what it does, but we're actually going to set it up and we're going to use Gpt-5 for this one to create a bunch of email copies for us. We're actually going to use a real example on how I have and take people from my free mentorship program. So you might get one of these in the free school resources, and we're going to promote the actual paid program for it. So we're going to create a copy, add people into high level, and then create them and add them into one of these awesome little workflows. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. You're going to learn about this workflow, email marketing, emailing and high level, and how to create a really cool copy using GPT-5 and this cool little magic trick in here. So let's get into this and let me explain to you exactly what we're going to do. So just need you to understand this very important part. This is not a cold email strategy. Cold email is a lot harder to do. There's a lot more back-end setup and thinking about how to do it, especially when we're going to send those cold emails from different mailboxes and limit them out. This is a bit more specific in regards to a kind of a warm email list where you have a group of people. And if you're even watching this, this might actually be you that's in your sales pipeline somewhere, or in this example within my community in here, and we want to give them a offer, tell them about something, or even maybe something like a newsletter as such. So very specific, where we can just send the emails out. We can just send it out from one email address as well, because people are used to getting emails from us, and you probably get a good chance of landing in the inbox as such and not getting flagged by bigger companies like Microsoft and Gmail for it. So, and saying that, you do need your high level setup already. So I'll just quickly show you in here. I'll exit out of here and we'll come back to it. This is my actual high level account for my actual community that I use, and I just have it set up in here. So you go settings, and I have it as a dedicated sending domain within high levels. It's really good. High level allows you to set it up as a mail server. So I actually have it set up in here, and it's set up as a dedicated sending domain. So you actually get emails from the team at the AI agency mentorship.ai, right? So it actually comes from there. And you can set up multiple ones. This is the default one I'm going to use. So you need that set up within high level. Then the next part that we're going to do. So if you have a funnel system, if you have an advertising system, however you want, you need to get your leads into high level as such, and you need to tag them. And we're going to use a tagging system to put them into this email marketing campaign. Now, I do have it in here. However, for these people, I'm just going to import and export the leads so you can actually see how it works. You can use Zapier and School to connect your school to your high level. However, I'm just going to do the manual process first. I've not set up Zapier for the free one. My Zapier only works for the paid community in here. So in essence, I have about like 300 odd people in here that I want to send over to, and to this campaign. It's going to offer them an offer to come into here, and we're going to go out about how to create that. I also have a separate 1,600 lists that I'm also going to chuck in there. So first things to do is to import the list actually, and the reason for this is because the import takes a little bit longer. So it's going to come into here in contacts, and sorry if it's your name here, I'll quickly try flick over so you don't see too much in here, but I'm going to be in here. I'm going to add contacts. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to go in to import a contact. I'm going to select that one, which is my second community group. List is uploaded. We're going to hit the next part, and of course they've all opted in to be part of the school community. So we're just linking their names up, and then very important, because I do this list a couple of times, so I give it a new tag every time I do it, and I'm going to do a new email campaign for it. Now you'll see where we use the tags. The tags is going to be part of a filtering process. Now, if I do everyone now, so if I do all these 300 people, or 360 members, you are going to all have one specific tag. And if you're in the group in the community, and let's say tomorrow there's going to be another 20, I can add them again. It's going to be all 380 is going to have the same tag. So we're adding and updating because we're updating the tag. So I'm just going to come through here, and we have the import tags, and I have made a special tag, and it's going to be invite into August. Oops, where's that gone? That one in there. Okay. So it's just going to add the tag invite into August. So it updates and creates. So a bit of important information in there, which makes it quite cool. So I'm going to hit this in here. It's going to be a bulk import, and we'll see in here, it's going to take its time to do it. So while it does all that, let me quickly show you a couple of cool GPTs that I use and the reason why I use it, and how I'm going to set it up to create an email copy for us. And we want a day 1, day 2, day 3 email copy. So come to ChatGPT. Really cool, really easy. Now, there's a couple ones you can use. I always come through here, and I like Alex Hormozy. Really cool, man. So open this one wider. You're going to come to GPTs in the top here. And there's the actual Alex Hormozy one. You can just look up here. Alex. Oops. Yeah, is my internet just really slow, or what's happening here? Alex Hormozy in here. And it's by these people, so I don't know how real it is, but developed by Hormozy Pro workspace with all his information in here. So he's making the charts, he's selling another book. So definitely worth listening to. So we're going to go with him. I'll add this one in here. And while we have this one in here, we're going to also go here, go duplicate. And I'm going to create two. I've already created one that I like. So go through, use and try multiple ones to see what works really well. Yeah, there's always going to be something different. Alex is really good at creating this Grand Slam offer. However, I'm going to come into new in here. Now, where's my little image in here? Here's a little magic image in here. We can read that. And it's more about what was said. So if you do your marketing, whatever courses you do, this is from another course I've done, and it's about how to attract people, how to do sales, how to do marketing. But it basically says, as in here on the screen, people will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, and confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. So I'm not going to go delve into deep into it, but this is very specific when we have people that already know who and what we are, or we know really well what their problems are, what their past failures are. So people will do anything for those who encourage their dreams. So encouraging their dreams. What's a dream that everyone in the entrepreneurial AI agency will have? Have a free breakthrough from 9 to 5, have your own agency. Justify their failures. So no doubt that previously they might have tried something like drop shipping that doesn't work, for example, or affiliate marketing, or they would have tried this before and it hasn't worked. So this is the kind of the category that I'm going to focus on. So we'll get back to that part. So things they have tried that haven't worked before. Then what fears do they have? So we need to think about fears, right? So joining a new group, if you're selling AI, you need to think about that. Whatever your product is, think about dreams, failures, fears, suspicions, and enemies. And it's literally as easy as going into a thinking model of a GPT. So even if you just use DeepSeek, it's free. If you just chuck this in here, I am selling AI to landscapers, My ideal client is a small business landscaping company. What would that landscaping person's dreams be, failures, fears, suspicions, and who might be the enemies, for example. All right. So a really cool thing to have. So again, this is going to be specific for me. I'm showing you what I'm doing in regards to my school and community. Please use and change just other way around. But we're going to use both these GPT models, and I'm just going to upload this one. So this is going to come in here. GPT-5, it's got a lot of hype. I can't say I like them. I can't say anything excessively good about it. I don't think it's the best as it comes, but hey, we're going to use it. Everyone likes it. I'm sure if I put GPT-5 in the SEO for the video, it might do really good. But I'm just going to say this. Read the image and the words. Do you know what this is about? Nice. So let's give it a second. Yes, this is Blair Wicker's famous quote, one sentence suspicious. But I'm here and it understands it. So now I'm going to do this. Understand the above. I want to create a email sequence for my, well, let's try to see down at the bottom. Let's go for here. It's that. Come on. Oops. I always messed it up. I want you to read the above for me. I want you to understand what it's about. Then I want you to create a 3-day email sequence for me for my product. I will add my product down the bottom. The product is going to be very specific for my offer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send this out to anyone that has joined a previous training community or training course. They might have found that in this training and community course, they didn't get their new clients, or they lacked support, or that the software and teachings that they had might have been old and expired. So to help them with that, I'm going to give them a 40-day access, 48-day cancel anytime. So they get a chance to come to the community, have a look at the course and the training that I have, and they can opt out and cancel anytime they want. Secondly, that if they stay within that 48 hours, that they will receive a 30-minute Zoom meeting with me to help them set them on their path and their training. So help me create an offer around dreams, failures, fears, suspicions, and enemies. Make sure the call to action has a space for my website. The only variable that I have is first name. Right at the email, the signature will be from Altus at the AI Automation Agency Mentorship Program. Right, and I hit that, and I go to my website. So I'm going to say, this is my product. This is my product. And I'm going to go to my website, and I'm going to come through in here. I'm going to come through the AI Agency Mentorship Program. And we're going to do the same with Alex, and you're going to see the actual copy. So all I'm going to do is going to hit the copy through here. New copy all this. It's got everything in here, including the pricing. Sweet. Hit copy. And where's the one that I just wrote? No, that's an old one. This is the one I'm going to use. Come through here. Hit that. And while it thinks about this, I'm going to come through in here and say the same thing. I want you to pretend to be Alex Hormozy. I want you to create a 3-day email sequence for me for my community training module. I'm going to send this out to people that are part in the free group, and I want to encourage them to join the paid community. I will soon give you down the bottom my full website copy that includes a value ladder that we have created. The special offer for this email is going to be 48 days, full money back guarantee. Come and have a look, cancel anytime. Plus, if you stay after 48 hours, we can have a one-on-one Zoom meeting where I will guide you through and we'll come up with an action plan so you can launch your own AI automation agency. Here below is a copy of my website, my offer. Understand it all and then create a 3-day email. The only variable that I have is first name, and I want to just have the signature as thanks, Altus from the AI automation agency. The call to action will be a website that we will put in. So click this link to sign up now. Nice. I have that, and we paste that in and we hit the send button as well. So we're going to have 3 very different emails and I am going to swap around between all of them. So let this one do its thing and we will switch over to the other side. And I do apologize for my voice. I am getting a little sick. So here we go. Day 1, first name. Let's finally make this work. So we have, hey, first name. I know that you like to invest in the program and then not see the results you were working for. Maybe support faded. Maybe this is outdated. Maybe you've left this framing. So where's our image again? I think I actually closed it. Let's have this open here on the side and we can read through the email in here. So, click that back again. So, maybe support has failed. So we're looking at their fails, their fears. All right. So, strategies were outdated. Maybe you left, figuring things out on your own. That is not it. Inside the plug and play agency model, we encourage your dreams by showing you how to land your first client in weeks without funnels lead to being overwhelmed. We justify your past failures. I think we need to take that out because it wasn't you that failed. It was the system that failed you. And we're already fair that within 48 hours, you can cancel any time. If you stay within 40 hours, I'll give you this. So throwing those rocks, promising the dreams, and that's exactly it. I just don't know where that goes. Bit of a random link. So scroll down, day 2. Hey, feel the problem, the truth. Nice. So we have 3 pretty good emails here. So I like this, and I'm actually gonna use this, and I actually have an actual PS that I want to put on all of them. So I actually like this. So again, this is very specific for me, but you probably want to go with something like Alex if you're gonna have a funnel that you're gonna click into or add in. But this is how this one goes as well. So stop building someone else's dream. So Alex is really good at creating irresistible offers that you feel silly to say no to. So it's what makes him so good. If you're stuck in the old ways, yes, stuck in the old ways. In fact, he has that. I'm pretty sure he has this quote in his book too. I'm pretty sure he does. Don't quote me on the quote. Zero technical skills. So making an offer that's irresistible. Join us now. Nice. So day 2. Hey, people are overwhelming thinking. Nice. Nice. You need to read over these because people sometimes do silly large language modules are very hallucinate, right? So in fact there was a big chart that made a big waves because during the presentation of GPT-5 the chart was all messed up when they released it, and it was a big thing. But anyway, you get some good email copies in here. Now another one in here to use if you're going to do cold emails is going to be the instantly. So instantly cold email in here. Keep in mind, a very important step here is that if you're going to start mixing GPT responses with GPT responses, it is always going to tell you there's something to improve. Okay. So this is what we're doing, I can literally say, write this email critique it, right? So write this, critique it, and it's going to come up with a different version of it. Okay, strength, core values, social proof, weakness, tone, professional. So instantly, that one of my favorite tools. This says you should write it different, make it shorter. They're very common for cold emails. I don't think the message comes across here, so therefore I do not want to use this one. Okay. Yeah. How to improve. Give me the new version. Let's just see what it does. Here's a revised version. So a lot shorter. All right. And that's what cold emails is about, is a lot shorter. But anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to mix and match a couple of things. We're going to do day one, and then we're going to do, or this day one for day one, day two for day two. So all I'm going to do, just going to be off screen, and it's going to put this off to the sides a little bit. So I'm not doing anything for it. And we're going to come in here, and we're going to use this one off to the side a little bit, just so I can copy and paste. I got a nice long screen, so I'm going to use this, but all you're going to see is me copying and pasting stuff, but I'll tell you what to do. So let's check on the stats in here. In fact, there we go. So a couple of emails uploaded from my other list. So back to automations. How do you get that cool and awesome automation? Previously, and what does it do? It's actually a really cool automation that sends, and if the person hasn't opened it, hasn't clicked on the email, it sends a reminder, and then only does it go to do day two. And Highlevel actually gives that to us. Really cool, really awesome option. So we're going to go in automations. You're going to go create a workflow. We're going to say start from a template. So I'm sure Highlevel is kind of still working on these because there's not many there. I think this can really be updated, but there's a lot of cool recipes within here that has been built out. Some common things like missed call, text back, appointments, and so on. Some really cool ones. So go have a look at it. But I'm just going to look up email, and it's the, I thought I had it in here. The email drip here. Oh, sorry. Email drip sequence recipe in here, and you can view it. It's that one. We're going to go through it anyway, and I'll show you what it does. So we are going to have a trigger of some sort, and the trigger is going to come down, send email one. It's going to wait 1 day. It's going to do this cool little function test in here that says, was the email open? Branch email event is open, and email is not open. So all this does is it's actually has a really cool function built in that can check if emails are open or not. And if you actually click on here, stats view, obviously we have nothing gone through here, but you can see that Highlevel, when you have the dedicated sending domain through here, it can actually monitor these success rates to us about opening and closing it. So really cool function to have in here. Notes, sticky notes, and here we can do is in here. But what we're going to do, so for yourself, if you are going to set a funnel or ad, you want to have it some way where whenever someone gets tagged with a new tag, it needs to trigger somehow to come into this automation. There's many different ways of triggering it. If they're going to fill out a form or come from an email, you're going to want to give them a tag, and it's always good to have this as tag. Okay, so once someone gets a new tag assigned to it, it's going to add them into it. But however, for me, for this instance, I have added them all in manually in there, so I don't need a trigger because I'm going to add them all manually back through in here. However, I'm going to have or I'm going to almost have 2,000 emails. I don't want 2,000 emails to go out at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a drip through in it. So drip just means we're going to take little batches at a time, and I'm going to do 30 emails per hour. So with my calculator, I'm going to go through here. So if I have 2,000 emails and I divide that by 30, so it's going to do 66 hours to drip it out. So I need to remember this when we go now to day 2. So day 1, day 2. So however, I might need to increase this to 50. So if you do 2,000, that's a bit obvious, divided by 50. So it's going to give us 40 hours. So I'm going to wait 48 hours for the next one. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So you can't, if I have a big email list and it's going to drip out through 50, you might want to increase that. We can even do 30 per half an hour. So 2,000, oops. So yeah, you get the idea. And I might just do the 30 every half an hour, which is kind of reasonable. Okay, so just to drip them out a little bit faster, because it's going to be a once-off offer, else we're going to send this for a very long time. So we're going to hit the drip. Obviously, my maths has gone terrible at the door here. So the batch size is going to be 30, and we are going to send that out every 30 minutes. So 30 emails every 30 minutes is going to give us 60 an hour. So it's going to be a little bit quicker. So rather than sending 60 out, we're just going to divide it by 2 and cut it out in half. So all 2,000 emails are going to sit here, and we're going to drip out 30 at a time, 30 at a time, and then it will keep this timer through in here for the next day and the next day and the next day. So we'll just go over this again. So just, it's going to send email 1. And if email 1 is not opened, it's going to send a reminder type email. Then it's going to wait and send out the next one. So your email campaign might be double that amount of time because we had the extra step, or it's going to be the 3 days. We only have 3 days. I only want 3 days. 1, 2, 3. I'm only going to do 3 days. Okay, so we'll cut it off in here. But this is what it's going to look like. We are going to double tap on this, and I'll move my head out the way. And here, and email 1. So from name, I don't need that. I don't need the from email because I have that set up by default in Highlevel. So I have it part of the default settings. It's going to use what I've set up in that dedicated sending domain. Now, the subject line, let's have a look what the subject line says. Hey, this subject line says, hey, first man, let's finally make this work. So we have subject line. We're going to edit this. So I'm just reading from the screen on the side, first name. So Highlevel has a double brackets, and I could have asked it to make this a little bit better. So I'm just going to say contact, first name, space. Let's make this finally work. So I'm just copy this in here, paste this back in here. I'm going to copy this as well because the email says, hey, contact, delete this one. And I'm just going to say, hi, first name, and I'm just going to copy all this out in here, and I'm going to paste this through in here. Now, I have just done a little bit extra. Hope you can see all this. So let's just edit this out a little bit. Hey, I know this work. Hope then. Let's see what you promise. And I'm going to just delete those out a little bit in here. Let's delete this out in here. In fact, I just have a different version. So hold on a second with me. And I'm just going to copy and paste this over. So what I actually did is I created a little Loom video. Okay, so it's just a little video that plays. And I'll show you this. When I did all of this before, I added the video to it. And it's on purpose. I've made it, it's a 9-minute video. It might be a bit longer. It's me yapping away, saying pretty much what I said in here. So I'm hoping people will take the call to action and actually click the link. So we're going to come back in here. No, this one here. And I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to come back through in here, and I'm going to copy and paste it. So it's the same one. What I've done is I've added the emojis, and I've added the extra bit down the bottom. You'll see what I mean. So I scroll back in here. Hey, first name. So this is just me twinkling with it a little bit. Hey, first name, I made you loom. All right. That's going to be the first opener. And then I'm just kind of saying the same things that we have in before. And all I've done is just edit this a little bit in here. So I've added these little emojis in here. So it's a bit of a longer email. I'm just going to edit these a little bit. New line. Oops. New line. New line. New line. New line. And extra for you only if you reply to the email. If you're joining back today, I'll promise to give you a one free email in here. Extra for you only if no, don't need that. So extra for you. If you join today, I'll personally give you a free one-on-one call after this. And then I have a call to action in here. And then I'm adding a PS in here because I'm kind of doing like an extra new thing. So besides that, I'm going to do the instant AI agency, and it's just going to be agency in a box, really. So it's made up, it's Highlevel in the back end, and this website doesn't even really work yet, but it pretty much says that for $50 a month you can have an instant AI agency, which is built out on Highlevel as well. Okay, so I'll just add a PPS option in here, and then I'm just going to sign this off. I'm going to say this. So too much talking about one email. So another good trick to do here is to quickly test this. So I'm going to go through in here and I'm going to say send test email. I'm also going to hit save action. I'm also going to clean this. I'm also going to save this. I'm also going to say this is the August email offer invite. Okay, I have that. And I just received an email, and I'll open that email on the side screen here quickly. And this is what it looks like. So, hello, I made you a quick loom. The loom link works. Hopefully, make sure you click your links, check it works, looks okay. Because there's nothing like sending out bad emails through, and then once it's done, you actually notice that it doesn't work. So that one works. That one works. So nice, right? Email one done. Now, have a look at this. So I'm just going to follow the flow. So email one works. It's going to wait for 1 day. Then it's going to see whether this email was opened. It does this test. If the email was not opened, then we're going to send this follow-up email. So follow-up email. Did you see yesterday's email? And all I'm going to say is, hey, I've sent you an email with a Loom video yesterday. I notice you haven't opened it yet. All right, look at this now from Highlevel. So have my face out the way. Right with AI. Professional tone. I thought we'd have professional, but we are gonna go for formal. I am sending a follow-up email to see if they saw yesterday's email. Email about the Loom. Isn't the email with the Loom video and the special ones off offer? Okay, go generate. Just see what it does. I don't expect much. Hey, I hope this message found you well. I have a follow-up regarding an email yesterday. We've shared a loom. If you have any questions, please let me know. Best regards. All right. Yeah, that works. Use email. So, hey, contact first name, and we're just gonna have a little spin-off of these. So copy, I'm gonna save this. Then, so we're gonna wait one extra day, and then it's gonna send email 2, or it's gonna come through here. So it waits the whole day. Now, I don't think this wait should be in here, but we'll have it in here regardless. It's gonna wait 2 days. So it waits 1 day, and then it waits another day, and then sends the email. So it's always a bit of a 2-day wait. And next, we're going to use Alex's email for it. So we are going to pop over to the Alex pop-up. Now, where did I put that? This one. Here is Alex's email. So day 2, delete those, and I'm going to go find day 1 in here. And I'm going to copy this, and I am going to use the new email in here. So just copy this. Sorry, someone yelling in the background. Paste this. Stop building your dreams. Stop doing someone else's dreams. And I'm just going to do exactly what he's put in here. I'm going to copy this. Say hi. So it's a bit more of a blank email. So, hey, first name. Come through. So just have it on the side here. And I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this in here. Now I just need to actually have this. Did I miss the F? If you're still stuck in the old ways, here's the new ways. Listening action land, the confidential email in it. Click here. Click here. So we're going to come through. We are going to copy our AI agency email in here. PS, did you see this? And I have my loom share. Oops. Copy that. Copy this. Thanks, Altus. And you should do the test as well. Hit the save button. And then I'm going to come through. And I'm going to rewrite this one. And so day 1, it's going to wait 1 day. See if it's open. If it's not opened, we are going to double click that. It's going to do this email. And we're going to take those out. You need to make sure we took the other ones out. Follow up. Did you see the special offer? And copy this. Save action. Now we're going to do the same thing and through here and delete that one. Delete this one. Rewrite this. And we're going to come through a friendly one. Generate email. And we are going to use this in our email. So follow up on the loom. Good. Save action. Come through in here, and then we're going to use our third email. So wait 1 day, send this one, and it's going to be email number 3. Delete those, delete that, and I'm going to find the new email in here. I'm going to say, in fact, I want to try this. Forward. You ever seen this? I got an email from someone else like this the other day and it just says forward. And I was like, what? Forward what? Did they make a mistake? And then I clicked on it. So maybe a bit smart there. We'll see how that one goes. And I'll just copy this in here. And we are going to delete this, paste this, and click. Oh, no. Click enter. And it's just a reworded one from the other one, okay? This time we'll build it different. Delete that. Oops, delete that. Delete that. Now, when you do embedded links, also make sure that you test it out. Because, again, embedded links sometimes go all wrong here. Let's quickly test this out. In fact, I should have hit the send button. Did I? Didn't hit the send button. So, and I should stop double clicking. And I'll see if I received this. And from my email, just got that. So, let me show you this. How do I make this small so you don't see the rest? So I got an alert that says that. So like, what on earth just says forward? So that's what I did with another email and I got it really good. So do these work? Click that, click that, click that. So video works, that works, that works. Sweet. We are set and ready to go. Shut that, and yep, and shut that. Nice. Oops. And here, good. Zoom out, save action, and I am gonna say delete all actions from here. And I'm gonna hit the save button in here, and then let's just zoom out. So just double check this. We're gonna get email. So drip campaign comes in 30 minutes. So it's gonna be 60. That email is in there, the subject's in there, taking those out. So the reason I've taken these out is because it's pre-set up in my dedicated sending domain, okay? So I don't think too much about those ones. Then it's going to do the test, see if it's open. This is just going to be like, hey, is this open? Have you looked at it? Then it's going to send that one out. And that's all emptied. That's all good. Links work. And then just a third one. Right, those all work pretty well. Now, like I say, if you're going to publish this one, hit it on here, and you're going to have a trigger. So if it's like a funnel, let's say you're building out a funnel with a form and someone hits a submit form function and you get enable the trigger for a form is submitted in here. You can go forms, form submitted is, and you'll be able to add a filter, said form is. Do I have any forms? And it can be any of these forms, including form submitted is the survey or survey form as well. It's survey submitted or Meta, Facebook, Facebook lead form submitted is the pages, right? So you can have this trigger come in from anything you want at all. However, I'm just going to push stuff people through manually, but that's pretty much the end. That's how you build this out. So we've done a good copy, an idea how to write a copy. This is a good email sequence. And now you can literally, if you need to go from here, you can click this and copy all actions from here. And I can come and add it in here and it will copy the whole thing in. So you can have day 3, day 4, day 5. I only want a 3-day one. Really good to use. Like I said, it's in there, it's ready to use. Use it. Anyway, last step, add all our people in there. So all I'm going to do is contacts. I'm going to select filter and I'm going to say the tag is August. I'm going to say apply. And I'm going to select that, select 2000 copies. I'm going to go, where's the AI button? Automation. I'm going to say the workflow is August email invite, and action name is invite, and automation. Check the progress, and it will just go through, add all 2000 people to it, and then it's going to come through, and we'll go through it and see quickly as it goes along. So 300 people added. We'll be able to see this now under automations, and let's swap this one around to latest. 600 people, 700 people. It's doing its thing, and we'll see here and here. See how people are stuck in here? So sitting in drip mode, 30 is going out, and that's it. Pretty much done working email drip campaign. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you come and join the free resources if you need to. But it's quite cool, quite interesting thing to do, especially because it's in there using the GPT models to create these. I also think this is pretty cool as well. And yeah, Alex's GPT model is really good as well. So lots of things for you to use. All you need to do is take the action, take action. So you leave everyone behind. This is the AI and automation gold rush at the moment. There's opportunities in anything and everything. You can create voice AI systems, automations. I mean, there's lots of options. There's lots of cool free stuff in here as well if you want to have a look. I mean, there's blueprints, there's micro assessors, there's ROI calculators, there's SMS stuff, there's large language models. There's lots of things to do. There's lots of different ways for you to make money. So take the action. I encourage you, just do something rather than anything. And I'll talk to you all later.